Hi everyone, I am Tara and I would like to welcome you all back to my channel, Spirit Mother Teachings of Going Within. Today I'm going to talk about, the question that I brought up with regards to, are you experiencing things you can't explain? What brought this topic about is like this past, it's been the past few years, but the past month, I'll say, has been very intense because back just before New Year's, I had a loved one in my family pass away suddenly. It's right now, it's a very hard topic for me to touch base and talk about. Reason being because there's been a lot of people that aren't understanding what I've been going through, and I've been told that I got head problems, I'm crazy, I'm stupid. I had somebody, because I confronted somebody about something, and I had somebody tell me that, oh, you know everything, and you and your spiritual head. And it's like, okay, like, I understand because they don't know what they say or what they do because they're angry and frustrated the same as I was. And it's like, well, no, I don't believe this. But see, the thing is, we don't believe something until we're going through it ourselves. Because it becomes very difficult to understand because we're always worried. Like if we express this to someone, well, they're going to think we're crazy and we need to be in the psychiatric unit. Well, that's what I've been experiencing, especially this past month, because like I said, something transpired and I got told that I was a stupid idiot. I had head problems. I needed help. And it was told to other people. So it's like everybody turned on me. And that's okay. I understand because it's something that is like nobody wants to experience it. Nobody wants to believe it. It's like what have you. So it's what I've been hearing is that the people that have thrown shade on me and said that I'm stupid, I'm crazy, me and my spiritual head and what have you, because of things that I've been experiencing and I've expressed. Well, I'm not going to stop expressing my experiences because there are so many people out there that are experiencing stuff and they're having a hard time dealing with it because, well, the same thing. Family members are saying, you're crazy. And it's because they don't understand until they're going through it themselves. And then they still won't apologize to the person. Now, I'm not looking for an apology. Do I deserve it? Yes, I do. Because it's something that I've been telling people for a while now. That this is what's happening. Like, just look at it. Don't be afraid because I'm here to tell you, you're not crazy. You're actually experiencing it and it is happening. The other side is trying to communicate with you. It's scary. It seems messed up. I know. Because I've been experiencing it for a while now. And there are times when I think, Terry, you're just going bonkers. But I know the difference. I know that people are communicating with me from the other side or telepathically or in other ways. And I'm here to tell people that when you have family members that are trying to express this to you and you're treating them like a piece of crap, you wonder why they're taking their lives. That's why. Because of the way they're being treated. Because they're having a hard enough time trying to understand what they're going through themselves, let alone somebody telling them that they're crazy, they're stupid idiots. They got head problems. No, they don't have head problems. They're connecting. But some of these people that have thrown the shade at me and what have you, I found out recently that they've been experiencing stuff themselves. Two of them experienced being in getting out of the shower, from what I understand, getting out of the shower and steam on a mirror, and a name is written on the mirror. Two of them experienced the same thing roughly a week apart from each other. And the last one that experienced it screamed. And then just last night, I was talking to someone, and they informed me that one of the people that said they had the same views as the other people experienced something where their partner, who has passed away, they got a phone call from them. And the person passed away just before the beginning of January. They were at work. This is from what I was told. They were at work and their phone was in the lunchroom, and they looked on their phone. And there was a call from the person. So they called the number, but the number was disconnected. Did anyone ever watch Once Upon a Time, okay, when they went to the underworld? Okay, they went to the underworld, and down there was a payphone. Did you ever hear the song? I think it's Adele. It was about the part of Hello from the Other Side. I even had somebody this past month I went to a church to talk because this person suspected that I had a demonic attachment. Told them I don't. I'm connected with spirits, and I have a lot of energy coming in at me, and I feel everybody's energy. I feel their panic. I feel their pain. I feel their anxiety. I feel their happiness. I feel their sadness. I start crying and wonder, why am I crying? But I know because I'm connected with somebody else. I'll even get anxiety and know that it's not mine. And I'll go to somebody and say, like, hey, are you getting anxiety? Like, do you have anxiety or something? It's like, hey, can you wear your own anxiety? It's getting painful. But that's why I'm here, because it helps me to understand other people so that I don't tell other people, you're crazy. You're stupid. You have head problems, because I know the difference. And when we experience things that we can't explain, we tend to more or less go into a shell because of the stigmata that is out there with regards to people like myself, like people like you. Because I'm going to say it, everybody is seeing things and is experiencing stuff, only they're dismissing it. Because of the stigmata. It's like, no, I can't be seeing this. Like, this ain't real. I'm here. It is. I've experienced like seeing people, and it's like you see the good side of them, but you also see the other part of them. It all depends on where you are, what you're experiencing, how you're feeling. I told these people, like, this person, these people, they're trying to contact you. And sometimes they use me. I'm here. I'm a messenger. I'm a teacher. I'm a guide. I'm a healer. I'm here for all of you when you're ready to be able to admit and understand. It's hard to fathom. I know. Because like I said, when I first started going through it, I kind of knew what was going on, but I didn't at the same time. And I even thought of myself as like, holy crap. And I've even gone to the hospital. And this month, I ended up going to the hospital because strange things were happening to me. And they put me in the psychiatric unit, but I got out the next day. And this came after I was told I was stupid and had head problems. I'm not trying to, I don't do or say things to hurt people. It's what happens. It's what comes out. It's what I'm like. Instead of shooting the messenger, try listening. Finding out their message, the whole message, not an interruption. Or going by what one certain person says or what have you. Because there's two sides to every story. Sometimes there's three. Sometimes there's four, depending on what's taking place, depending on how many people are there, where they're looking in at. Because unless you're actually right there and it's your experience, other people are going on hearsay. They're not going on a whole story. They're not going on the whole thing, because there's parts, like if it's a camera, you're only getting what's on the camera. You're not getting what's outside that frame. People that they don't want, they say, we don't talk that language around. Go tell somebody who speaks a different language not to talk that language around you. Some will say, well, why don't you tell us what you're saying? Well, I'm here to say, because sometimes I don't always know what I'm saying, because I'm channeling other spirits. I'm channeling other people. I'm channeling Mother, Father, the higher beings, my higher self. And some are like, oh, it's spiritual, spiritual, spiritual. And that's exactly what they did. And then they told me that I was getting in their face when I wasn't. I was telling them, like, just go away. I'm not dealing with this here. And then they think that the way other people treat you, well, yeah, you deserved it. How did I deserve to be treated like a piece of shit? Think about it. If it were you, would you want people treating you like that? No. So why go and treat somebody else like that? Makes you a damn hypocrite. It's all about the experiences, whether you're hearing it, seeing it, physically going through it. Because I know that everyone's going through it, but a lot of it is they're in denial. They'll say something, but then they'll throw shade on somebody else for saying the exact same thing. I know people that they see a dime, and to them, it's a spiritual thing. There's a spirit trying to connect with them, their mother, their father, their brother, their sister, aunt, uncle, grandparents. They say. But the rest of the stuff, my stuff, they don't want to believe. And they don't want to admit to being wrong for treating somebody the way that they did after they experienced it themselves. And they still want to try to dismiss it, even though they know right in here that it's freaking real. You're not seeing things. You're not hearing things. You are experiencing it. And it's part of the spiritual awakening. It's part of waking up to what is real. We are supposed to be experiencing these things because they're trying to communicate with us. They're trying to help us through. I had an experience where after the person passed, was at the house, and a little, like the little girl, she walks up and she takes two of their hands. When she takes two of their hands, she walks and she puts their hands together. I know what that was. I know who that was. That was the spirit coming in and using the young child to bring unity back. To bring a connection back. I've told people, like, you might want to be ready because these people are going to need you. You need to focus. We mourn. It's normal to mourn. Open yourself up to experiences and know that, okay, you may not physically see them right now because they're body. It's not the body. The body is the capsule. It's the spirit. It's the soul within you. And this is why you experience things that, like, some people say that they got a picture of somebody up on the wall. And when they move, it's like they're following them. They're watching over us no matter where they are. Did you ever get a feeling that somebody was in the room, but nobody was there? Did you ever have this sound where somebody calls out your name, but nobody's there? I know I had an experience Saturday night. I was come back for summers or something like that. And someone told me that just before the fireworks, they heard somebody at their window. Well, they thought somebody was at their window and they turned around. What? Hello? You heard somebody. Whether there was anybody around that you could physically see or not, there was somebody there. And they connected because you were on the vibration that they're on, the frequency that they're on. When I went to church, okay, I was talking to them and I spoke in the language and I told them all my feelings and stuff that I've experienced and stuff like that. And they prayed, and I know that some of it was to find out if I actually had a demonic attachment, kind of like an exorcism. But I didn't. I do have spirits around, and I got the good, the bad. I got it all, and I understand that. I have my own experiences. And I'm not afraid to tell people because I don't care if you think I'm crazy. I don't care if you think I'm delusional because I know the difference. So the person that set up the arrangements for me to go see these people at the church, they contacted one of the people. And the person told them, no, there's no demonic attachment. She has spirits around her, but she is very connected with God. And she does have God. And she's speaking many different languages. But because some people don't understand it, because I didn't go to school and learn the languages, because I didn't learn the languages by listening to a video, to a recording, or look in a book to learn the words. It comes naturally to me. The same as this, the signing, the krian, the shkliatori patatoy, sekanamoshklea, esuki ato engoria taila ibire. The krian. Don't bash someone because they're different because, well, you weren't like this before. Well, okay, maybe I wasn't like this before. But maybe I wasn't like this before because I was suppressed. I felt I couldn't share anything. And nobody should feel that way. And I'm here to tell you that's a lot of what is happening, why our family members are becoming depressed, and why some of them are taking their lives. Because we're not taking the time to actually listen to them. We are family. We're not supposed to be treating each other like pieces of crap. We're not supposed to be ganging up on them because one person said something and you didn't get the rest of the story. You only heard what one person said and they're pissed off. Some of the spirits are pissed off. And that's why sometimes it's like something gets thrown across the room because they're trying to get your attention for one reason or another. Sometimes when stuff like that happens, it's actually you doing it yourself, only you don't know that you're doing it. That's if stuff goes across the room. Because you are a spirit. You are many. Because you've been here more than once. Why do you think you know things that it's like, how do I know that? I didn't learn it. I didn't hear it. Well, you know it because you did experience it in either in a past life. Timeline, a dimension. And some are thinking, oh, yeah, your dimensions. You and your past lives and your timelines. Well, it's real. I told a pastor today about, and I said about people that read the Bible, but they don't actually understand it, or they preach about it and they don't believe what they're preaching. Because this person would always tell me, well, I don't know what you're saying. And I told them tongues. Well, today it was like, yes, like tongues is in the Bible. Some people want to spiel stuff off, but they don't want to take the time to actually understand what it's been telling us. And it's talking about the now. It's talking about the spirits. Everything is happening in the now. There's no past, present, or future because it's always now. Like tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes because it's always today, right? Yesterday. Well, yesterday's not here because it was like it's gone. We're in the now. Do we remember stuff? Yes, we do. But it's stuff that's happening in the now. Like if you look at everything that's happening in the world today, and you go back in your history books, you will find the exact same thing. Same as the spiritual aspects, seeing things that you cannot explain, hearing things that you cannot explain, feeling things that you cannot explain. Not even a doctor can explain it. Welcome to Ascension. Don't know what that means? Google it. You all like to use the internet. Or is that too much out there because it's not on the news or it's not in a program that programs you to think that, oh, well, this stuff is science fiction. Wasn't the real words, but beam me up, Scotty. This guy. This, what am I on now? Now they have the screens that, okay, they'll say, oh, well, it's not real, but there's nothing in front of them. They're just like, because we see things through here. Our real sight comes from here. And then when you put them all together, I don't just see here anymore. I see out here. We may not see the people sometimes, but sometimes we do. And they come to you in what we're told are our dreams. But it's actual experiences that we're having while we're sleeping because we're astral traveling, or we're leaving our spirit. Our spirit is leaving our body. Or it's things that we've experienced and we just kind of blocked it out. It's like Men in Black. The button on the pen. Oh, I'm going to flash you. Don't remember. They say we use 10% of our brain. Well, what happened to the other 90%? Don't you think we'd be like this all the time? It's because we're being lied to about stuff like this. Because it becomes, to them, it becomes a psychiatric problem, a mental health problem. Which the biggest mental health problem is they're not addressing the real issues. They're not helping people understand what it is that they are truly experiencing. Because it gives you a pill. And there ain't no cure for what you're going through. Except looking at it. Seeing it, observing it, dealing with it. We've been running from it. And that's why it's like always snapping arseholes. Det skammet det letar jag ser gå ett anbry 3 sekren. Jag tror jag. Don't throw shade on somebody because they say about an experience that you don't understand because you're ignorant. And if you're experiencing something and it's okay for you to say it, but nobody else because everybody else is crazy but you're a hypocrite. Use your heart. You have the brains. This is the brain that kind of gets in the way sometimes because it's like, holy crap, my head is burning. Sometimes it's because somebody's trying to put something into your head and drill it. Lobotomy. They want... Excuse me. I'm on live. I'm on live.
I need to get in your car. The chicken legs are still in there.
Excuse me a moment. Actually, I don't think they are. I think I put them in the fridge. Okay. Sorry about that. But it does get it gets scary. And we're too afraid because when it's happening, we just want to run from it because this can't be real. But it is. This past month has, like I said, it's been really intense. There's a lot of energies coming in from the solar flares, from the earth, and just a lot of weird stuff happening. And I know that you're all experiencing it, but you're just you're trying to dismiss it because it don't make sense. Sometimes the best things for us don't make sense, but it can be hard to get there in the end to be able to understand it. Det skidder to lashkalaskren. Ek huimaskalasaru idea. Get to lepatiai, secretana ashlama screwy. And once we start and we realize it and we understand it, it becomes easier. We still go through things because we're growing, we're evolving. And some of us say, I don't want to live in a world like this. Well, don't live in a world like this. Help change the world like this from going from criticizing people and throwing shade on people because you don't understand and telling people they're crazy and like you really need help. Because you need just as much help as they do. may be different, but you need just as much help as they do. Because I'm here to say that everybody has experienced death, not only from themselves, but others. And I say from yourself because you've died. We've all died and come back. We're here to work together and help one another, not treat each other like crap. You wonder why you can't get nothing done? Think about how we treat each other. When we should actually be working together because everyone has something to offer, whether you think they do or not. Take the time and actually listen to what somebody has to say instead of saying, because I don't agree with you, I don't want to hear you. Discam, bikulito de asare. Bikriamo today, e kuliashku moyana, e puriatata yeskuto day. Become together. You get through things much easier when you work together opposed to working against each other. Two magnets, they're repelling each other. When all you do is flip it around and they come together. Look at that. Because tutui sikin totayata si kulebla barigan moduguri. Sometimes the stuff just comes so fast that I can't interpret it in English because it's all the different languages that I can speak. And think of it this way. You got a French person. They need somebody to translate it in English because nobody speaks French. Are you holding that again? Like, are you holding that against them? Or are you understanding that they can't put it in English? I had somebody say that, well, if you can speak it, then you can say what it is in English, even if you can't write it. Well, no, when you channel, when you're a constant open channel to spirit, the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, the caring, the loving, it all comes together to center. And Mariata, that actually means our Lord cometh. I was wondering why I'd say that word so much when I was speaking in the different language. And when I looked it up, that was the meaning. People can't say that you're just speaking gibberish. You're just making noises. No. I'm actually speaking languages. And just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's not a language. I had a Jehovah Witness back a year and a half ago. Out of the blue, I got this call. And I spoke in a different language. And she says to me, she goes, did you ever look up 1,000 different languages? Have a gander. Can I speak 1,000 different languages? Who knows? It's all just coming. And that's part of my spiritual awakening. I am awake. I am accepting. I'm still learning. And you're always going to be learning. The commotion I am a squeal is sweet. Ikolera screwam. The kutwe. Bitono serious. Don't treat people like crap because they're trying to share their experiences and you don't understand it. Be open. Be an ear. Listen, because you need somebody to listen to you. And don't give me that hogwash of, no, we don't. Because everybody could use an ear. Today, I was sitting at Costco, and I have people that telepathically come in and they communicate with me, and they help me get through things that I'm experiencing. And one of the things that I'm having a hard time dealing with is something that someone said. Okay? The thing that I'm having a hard time with is somebody called me a name, and said about burying me. And this is someone who tells me they love me. Is that love? I know people are angry, and I know that people are experiencing different things in frustration. And I know that sometimes it's not even what they're feeling. They're exhibiting someone else's emotions because it becomes so intense that you lose track of what is yours. Sometimes it's just fury from the past. Something that they experienced in the past, but because it was similar, and it's like you want your own way, only what you say is right and everybody else is wrong, or only you are allowed to do it and nobody else is. It's like, what? It's like somebody saying, do as I say, not as I do. It's like, who the heck are you to tell me do as I say, not as I do? Hey, if you can do it, then why can't I? If you can say it, then why can't I? But sometimes it's that saying of two wrongs don't make it right. But it's also the matter of, when are you going to learn and understand that it's extremely inappropriate, even if you're just saying it out of anger. I do it sometimes. Like I said before, I'm no exception to the rule. Sometimes things fly out of my mouth and it's like, what? Where did that come from? But where it's coming from is it's coming from a seed that was put in you. And it was never taken care of properly. It was never understood exactly how to plant its roots, how to grow, just like you, just like me. We're seeds. We begin as seeds, and then we flourish. And some of us, we get stuck. And our growth is stunted. And we don't grow like we should be. And it's because something went wrong. Something happened earlier in the growing system. And it festered and festered and festered until it created almost like a boil sensation where everything just logged up like a blood clot. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a malade, toi? Husha. Like a dino, tu be say. Si tu me se non ne sei a tolerat qua. Shikui makaya duria la celeburia tae suema sikaya to eseliai. Esele shule se homikaya tu esele mi ananatia toye. Sikuya simio shule sioya tu yet olebia tae. Hikoya skuminia tae sulia tae skulia si. Yep. Huria. Oh, kushkumwa tuya. Oh, esue tui. Ha, grima isra. Sky. Hey, Krimidia, the Asudela Buddha. Whoa. Ah, let it go. Ah. It's energy, it's an epiphany, and it's an expansion all at the same time. Some are like, I don't want to go through that. It's all in where you are in your awakening. Some experience it more intensely than others. It all depends on who they are as their higher selves and what they've come here to experience and learn. Holy crap. Just let it go through. Shkoya bikinon bisena emisia bukoya dalaya selaya wasiwai. Hikoya mashkimesiai. Oh yeah. Whoa. Okay, yep. Just relax. Just let it go by. Just be in your. Whoa. Can you explain it? It's like electricity and energy and flowing, and it's like it just comes up, and it's like it's coming here, and it's like right there, and it's like it just wants to like just whoosh. Oh crap. You okay? I am, yeah. Okay. You're seeing it live, everyone. Whether you like it or not, shut it off if you don't. If you don't understand it, no, I'm not crazy. It's bringing me back to center. What I've just experienced was from explaining things. It was higher beings, entities coming through and explaining some of the process and some of what I'm experiencing, and some of you actually do it, and you're not aware of it sometimes. Do you ever feel like, oh well, I just said something and that sounds like somebody from your past life, or someone that's passed, or what have you? But this stuff is real, and we're all a little curious about things, only we don't want to admit to it, because in a lot of families, in a lot of organizations, societies, groups, what have you, it's taboo. Our sexuality is suppressed because we're told, oh well, that's dirty. Okay, there's things happening in the world, as I explained before. Like somebody explained it last night, and it makes a lot of sense to me. And I knew that it meant everyone. And they said about the pride flag, okay, and everybody's thinking, oh, that's just about the gays, and they're getting in our face. And I've heard that, and it's like, no, it's everyone. It doesn't matter where you're from, who you are, what universe, what galaxy, what dimension, what realm, what ethnic background, religious belief, or color, or sexuality. It's all of us. It's God's rainbow. Okay, and they told me last night that, and it makes sense, that the rainbow actually represents God saying, hey, I'm not going to flood you out. But it's God saying that we're all here. We're all together, and God is the brightest light because you put all the colors together, and it's said that it comes out white. I'm feeling very light, and like it's like it may look painful sometimes, and it is hard going through, but when you actually get through it, because like I said, I have people telepathically, higher beings, and what have you, ancestors, family members that's passed on, that come and they help me through it because they know what I'm experiencing, they know what I'm going through, so they talk me through it. It's like sitting with it sometimes, and when you experience something that you can't explain, it's like, first off, you want to run and you don't want to try to understand it because it just freaked the shit out of you. It made you like, holy shit, but it's a holy shift. It means that something's different. You've done something. You've experienced something that was different. And that's why you were able to see what you see, or what you heard, what you were able to hear. I do the signing. I even write in different light languages, in different forms. And some would say, oh, well, you're just doodling. No, it's actually a language. It's light languages. It's different types of languages, fairy language, any kind of language. Just because we write one way doesn't mean that there's no other ways to write. Look at Chinese writing and Hebrew writing, everything. Okay. So do you think that there's not an aspect of life where there is a different form of writing and it looks like doodling, but it's actually a language? Think of the Egyptians. Okay. They're doodles. That's their writing. That's all part of spirituality. I'm not talking religion. I'm talking spirituality, the oneness, the unity, everyone connecting. And that's the part that I got. I connect with people on a very deep, deep, deep level. So it's easier for me to understand and for me to be able to say, okay, this person knows not what they say or do because they're in a confused and angry state right now. I've had people tell me, because people treat me like this, will go away from them. Well, okay, Jesus didn't go away from people. He might have distanced himself some, but he'd keep coming back. When you, like, love is not something that we're supposed to run from. We're supposed to run to it because love is strength. Love is the ultimate power. And over time, that power has been suppressed, and it's been angered, and it's been hurt because of all the things that we're going through, the way we're treating each other, talking to each other, and family members. The way family members talk to each other, really? What the heck? Why have a family if you're going to treat them like crap? And then you're not going to take the time to even try to understand them and know that, okay, would I treat you like that? Don't treat somebody a way that you don't want to be treated yourself. I've said it before. The adults are worse than the kids. And we say about our kids, well, our kids are reflecting us. They're going by what they see coming from us. So we're to blame. Because it is true, we get in our own way. Because we want to put our blinders on and we don't want to see the actual truth. We say that we want the truth. But sometimes we can't handle the truth. Because it seems like it messes with your mind and it just makes you angry and feel like you're crazy or you're nuts. Or I can't tell this to someone. But the thing is, and I said it, everyone is experiencing something, only they're dismissing it or they're doing the same thing. Because the society tells them you have a psychiatric issue when it's actually your spiritual awakening. And psychosis and mental health issues, they come from that part of your waking up, but you're being told you're crazy. So then you suppress it. So it becomes all bottled up inside. And all you want to do is just throw it on someone else. Because you don't want to look at yourself or look within. I know because I experienced it. And I didn't want to look at the stuff that I was experiencing. It's like, and it can get pretty freaking freaky. I did a thing on my TikTok. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. So many things that are happening that you just can't explain. It's like, what? 1 minute it's this way, and then the next minute it's like this. Everything changes more than we change our freaking underwear. This got shit. You okay? Yeah. And I'll tell you, and some of us have some really holy ones because we don't want to throw them out because they're just too comfortable. We get comfortable. And then we don't want to come out of that comfort zone because it might be a little scary. Every time you walk outside, you're out of your comfort zone because you could get hit. You could trip and fall. That's the now. Do you ever trip and fall and you don't, like, you're looking around like, what the hell? Or what the heck just happened there? Like, how'd I do that? Maybe a spirit come out and pushed you. I had one of the people tell me years ago that they were in their laundry room and they were washing their hair in their wash tub. And they said it felt like somebody pushed them. But people forget about those experiences. Because we all believed at one point in our life. And then things happened that made us disbelieve. Well, there's no God, there's no creator, there's no this, there's no that. We are all creators. But the infinite is the love. Yeah, the energy of love. The heart protrudes, majorly protrudes. Did you ever get near somebody that was bitter and they were angry? And it was like, whoa. Did you ever get near somebody who was just deeply in love? And sometimes people can't handle somebody that has that radiation coming from them because, they're too bubbly. People can't be that happy. Well, why can't they? Just because you're not happy? Why can't other people be happy? Who to figure you to say that, well, they're not really happy? Maybe they are. Maybe it's not so much you want to experience the same thing. but you got something inside you that you're just angry because, well, you're too happy because I'm miserable. You could be that happy too. But first off, we have to look at ourselves, our own experiences. Remember what we've experienced. Some of us have hardly experienced anything. And some of us experience the world. Things that we've had hard times getting through, even past and over. And we continue to wear it in our heart and hold it there. And the bad things, they fester. And the good things, we end up forgetting about. It's always good to remember the happy memories. But we need to let go of stuff that weighs us down and just causes us bodily harm, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, because it blocks our channels, it blocks our energy from being able to flow properly. Because when we're all flowing properly, then we are able to heal ourselves. We are able to help others heal. Because for every one person you help, you're not just helping that person. You're helping many. I'm going to leave you with that. And I want you all to know that when you're experiencing this stuff, you're not crazy. You're not delusional. You're not stupid. You're not an idiot. You're very connected. And they are trying to communicate with you because they're trying to give you a message. I want you all to be loved, and centered. To expand your mind and open it up to different possibilities. Because we are not this small. We are an infinity. I'm sending you all much love, light, many blessings, and most importantly, very good health to those who are wanting to accept it. I want you all to be big, bold, brave, and most importantly, be yourself. Never give up and keep going, and always be kind, not only to yourself, but to others. I love you all, and I wish you all a great week. Thank you.